vision lives. In fall you plow the bottomland for corn, the heavy ground, so frost will work the clods. When it's too wet to plow, go into the woods to fell trees for next winter's fuel. Take the inferior trees, and not all from one place, so that the woods will yield without diminishment. Then trim and rick the logs, and when you drag them out from woods to rick, use horses whose hooves are kinder to the ground than wheels. In spring, the traces of your work will be invisible. Near winter's end, your flock will bear their lambs, and you must be alert, out late and early at the barn, to guard against the grief you cannot help but feel when any young thing made for life falters at birth and dies. Save the best hay to feed the suckling ewes. Shelter them in the barn until the grass is strong, and turn them out to graze. The green hillsides, good pasture, with shade and water close. Then watch for dogs, whose sport will be to kill your sheep and ruin all your work. Or old coyote may become your supper guest, unasked and without thanks. He'll just excerpt a lamb and dine before you know it. But don't, because of that, make war against the world and its wild appetites. A guard dog or a donkey would be the proper answer. Or use electric fence, for you must learn to live with neighbors never chosen as with the ones you chose. Coyote's song at midnight says something for the world once said. And when you know your flock is safe, you'll like to wake and hear that wild voice sing itself free in the dark at home.
As the fields dry, complete your plowing. You must do this as early as you can. Then disc and drag the furrows. And now the past must come to serve the future dung. And straw from the barn floor you carry from the fields, load after load, until the barns are clean, the cropland all covered in manure. In early May, prepare the corn ground, plant the corn, and now you are committed. Wait for the seed to sprout, the green shoots tightly rolled, to show above the ground has risen from the grave. Then you must cultivate to keep them free of weed until they have grown tall and can defend themselves. Where the corn grew last year, sow buckwheat, let it seed, then disc it in and grow a second crop to disc in. This is for humus and to keep out the weeds. It is the Sabbath for the land, rest and enrichment, good for it, for you, and for all yet to be born. The land must have its Sabbath, or take it when we starve. The ground is mellow now, friable, porous, and rich. Mid-August is the time to sow this field in clover and grass to cut for hay. 2 years, pasture a while, and then return to corn. But don't neglect your garden. Household economy makes family and land an independent state. Never buy at a store what you can grow or find at home. This is the rule of liberty, also of neighborhood. And be faithful to local merchants. Never buy far off what you can buy near home.